My feces was cold. They was cold. I has to put them on. Hello. How are you? How are all these sexy motherfuckers doing today? Okay. We being vampires and shit. Living our best vampire life. Oh shit, hey baby. Alright. Y'all don't get to see the game. That's the game. You gotta buy the I wanna see the game DLC. Hold up. Alright, that's all my shit. That's all my shit. Game sounds. Let's see. Properties. We ain't playing it. Sure, I would play a Verizon, bitch. I'm trying to decide if I want to start a new game, and I think the answer is yes. Because they're about to drop some shiznits. I will absolutely entertain you. I will absolutely entertain you. I better not have to pee because I just peed. I have tea. I think I has everything I needs. Hang on, I got in the secrets channel in Discord. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Properties. That's correct. I'm streaming. Be warned. All right. All right, we ready. Oh, I'm actually getting all my fucking stuff tonight. Good job, Spectrum. Let's go. Let's go. Spectrum actually giving me all my everything that I'm paying for. Wild. Vampire anxiety. Why does the vampire have anxiety? Like, what the fuck? You're not supposed to have anxiety. Do I want to host a private world where I can invite? Yes, I do want to host a private world. I know, right? The fuck? We be, you know what? Focused on exploration, building, and challenging. I don't really want like challenging combat. Could I just? Oh, I can like do this. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Toggle this word. No, is I could have. I don't have that many friends. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I probably know 20 people, but I don't know if I like 20 people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of people. I feel like 9 max. I know. Locals is ×5. Permission to loot dead players. That's fine. We all friends here. End game show. No, we're gonna be plentiful. What does this mean? How often moratorium rift incursion should I don't know what that is. hang on, I gotta Google. What the fuck? Hold up. We Googling. I need the game to stop minimizing when I leave it. Moratorium rift. And that sounds like I'm gonna get attacked. Moratorium rift incursion. What is this? Oh, they're world events. Oh, that's fancy. Pit players against waves of Dracula's instant. Yeah, yo, let's do that. Yo, that sounds fun. Very short, medium. Wait, how, like, we're going to do very short. That's fine. Duration, very short. Like, they last for, like, let's do, like, 15 minutes. Because 20 minutes is a long-ass time. How often should they occur? Like, every, like, 2 hours, I guess? Sure. Minor. Yeah, they both be, like, not, like, 15 minutes. Like, 15 minutes. Okay. When enabled, most equipment will not be dropped on death. Correct. When enabled, some items, no, absolutely not. We teleport with all our shit. What the fuck are bat? Oh, when enables some pressure transforming into a bat. I'm a bat. Suck my dick. When enables some pressure transforming into a bat. Absolutely not. I'm a fucking vampire, bro. I should be able to just fucking transform into a fucking bat. Like, whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? Limiting my bat abilities. I'm Batman. Do you want to touch my bat's muscles? I'm Batman. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Day length time. Okay, that's game settings. I think. Okay, loot. I know, flap your wings. I want more stacks. Let's double that. You know what? I want more loot. Let's do like that. Yes, I definitely want more loot from my goddamn servants. That's for damn sure. Material yield. We'll make that a little bit more. Blood essence. You know what? We normally get like plenty after we murder the shit out of people, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Durability loss. That's fine. That's fine. Out of materials. Let's do. We play games on easy here, y'all. Physical power. I'm so fucking strong. Stock multiplier multiplies trader stock amount. Trader should have mass stock. Let's go. There we go. Cost. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, PvP. No, we don't PvP. Allow enemies to loot. Allow players to access and loot enemy storage, crafting stations. That's fine. Okay, decay rate was usually fine. Blood essence stray rate is usually fine. No, build as many as you want. I don't give a fuck. Enables the castle relocation feature. Yes. Cooldown. Bro, we don't need to be no damn cooldown. How many floors can be built? I think 3 floors is high enough. You know what? We'll like 4 max. Okay. I liked all these settings. That was fine. No, that's a lie. Do I want to limit to like how much you can build? Not really. Not really. You know what? Let's make this better. Let's put this. Let's double this. Let's this like 200. Right. And let's make this like 300. And let's just do like 400. And let's make this like 500. And then you can just fucking go ham. Sure, why not? We'll just play with that. And then if we don't like it, we can change it. 4 or 5, that's fine. All the fucking servants. Nah, you should have like a whole ass coven. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. Prison cell. Nah, listen. You can't be limiting me to like that. Like that's wild. And I need many lock boxes because they're pretty. So give me like 12 of them bitches. Stygian summoning. The number of nether gates. That's hilarious. It sounds like dirty. You know what? You can have 4. I don't care. Throne of Darkness. No. Like, go crazy. Go crazy. Just lose it. Oh, baby. Okay. Building cost multiplier. Okay. Multiplies the amount of materials required to build. So, is it more or less? That's what these things never tell you, if it's like more or less. Wait, where the fuck is my chat window? Okay, there it is. They never tell you if it's like more or less. Hang on. V rising building cost multiplier. Does it go up or does it go down? Hold on, we got tea too. Ooh, my tea's hot. I want to drink it though. Where's the fucking article, bro? Okay. I just want to know if I go multiplies the amount of material. So if I go lower, does it cost less? I'm going to assume that if I go lower, it costs less. So we're going to put that down to like 75. We're going to put that down. Rate for how quickly a higher. Yeah, there we go. So let's go make that shit fast because I'm impatient as fuck. And if I want it faster, we'll find out. Okay, refinement multiplies the cost of refining items. That's fine. Go faster. Zoom, zoom. A higher rate was a rapid conversion. Love that. Okay. Starting equipment, starting resources. That's fine. All right. Let's see if we like these settings. We're gonna save. Let's say save new rule set, and we're gonna call this Crystal's Rules. We're gonna save. All right. Okay. Hold on, you can't see my stuff. It's secret. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, but then I don't know if I typed in the password right. Hopefully. Hold on. I want to do it again. I think I typed it in wrong. Hang on. It's not showing me the password. Okay. Okay, here we go. Flap your wings. Now I gotta write the password down because people will be like, hey, I want to come play with you. And I'd be like, great. They'd be like, what's the password? I'd be like, that's a great question. Okay. They're pre-warming my shaders. My tea's so hot, I just want to drink it. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Hey, you guys, that song doesn't make any sense. Like, we love it. It's like my jam. Backstreet Boys are the shit, but that song doesn't make any sense. Oh shit, it's character creation time. Okay. Do I want to be purple? Yes. Like, I want to be. Do I want to be purple? What color do I want my vampire to be? I want to be like green. I don't know, bro. Hang on. I don't look like dead. Like, that's terrible. Okay, holla. Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. It's making me sad. Some of these vampire faces are like, bro, and we want like, want a purple eye? Hell yes. Let's go. What amazing hairstyle do I want? Bro. I love the art style in V Rising. I look phenomenal. This is some straight up Star Wars shit right here. This is like, no, like, listen to me. If you were like this level of bald, just like go all the way. Like, just go, just shave it. Just commit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just commit. I look moody as shit with this hairstyle, which I'm like, yes, that's too much hair. I love it. It's beautiful. It's just too much hair. I'm also going to be like, I think I get like a fly ass hat. Let me, you know what? Let's just go. Let me get my short hair girly with her purple hair. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, I don't want a beard, even though that's amazing. Do I want earrings? Do I want like a cool mask? Phantom of the Opera is dead. Yo, these glasses is giving me like librarian who is done with your shit vibes. Fucking fancy ass monocle. Yo, eye patch though. Mm. Mm. I feel like as a vampire, I know, right? I feel like as a vampire, I should not have to wear glasses. This eye patch, however, is kind of fucking hot though. Like I lost my eye in battle. You know what I'm saying? Hang on. I don't know if I like my face. Hang on, let me see. No. Mm-mm-mm-mm. That's just fucking horrifying. That's like stank face right there. Also a nice face. Looks too nice. That's terrifying. That's also terrifying. Done with everybody's shit vibe. This is giving me Boise vibes right here. This is like done with everybody's shit vibes. Done. Done. All right. Definitely playing Boise. Let's go. Taking over the world.
I am alive.
I'm alive. Oh, man. You know what I want? You know what I really want in this game? The ability to romance Jade. Because her voice actress is so fucking hot. I just want to, like, this game needs romances. Hey, how do I turn the tutorial off? Because I do not need it. Should I keep the tutorial on? Have I forgot how to do stuff? I did not forget how to do stuff. 100% we need to steal her. That is like 100%. Language, skipping tutorials. I don't need tutorials. Allow friends to join your stream. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. All right, y'all let me know if shit gets wild. This game is like pretty well optimized, so everything should be good. Master is good. Let me turn this up a little bit. Just a little bit. There, yes. All that's good. Okay. All right. Such a pretty game. Give me my stuff. Give me my stuff. It's like an early way to get shit. Just busting shit in this tomb. Oh yeah, shit. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Yeah, give me that shit. Give me my shit. Rude, you ain't give me no shit. Oh shit. Back streets back. Alright, why am I afraid? Oh, it's because I don't have any good blood. I need good blood.
Everybody,
Yeah. Thanks. That's gonna be my
rock your body.
brain all night.
I mean, it's your fault.
It is.
So
You right. You're right. It's a good
like
jam,
that one is
though.
like legitimately your fault.
You are right. Ooh, I got it. Yeah.
Recognize my power.
You recognize my power. How's Tara
Yeah.
tonight?
So I'm okay.
Just okay?
Yeah.
You sound a little tired.
Cause I had a little panic attack earlier.
Oh no, we are
And
streaming.
I thought I was gonna have to.
Just making sure. Just wanted to let you know in case you didn't know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Panic attack sucks. Do you feel better?
Yeah, I do. I thought I might have to go to the hospital,
I
but
I'm glad you
I
did
did
not.
not.
I am very happy.
I did not. And I'm very proud of my body. I can say for a fact that all of the work that I've been doing for the past several years
Mhm.
trying to regulate my nervous system has I didn't know how much it was working, but
Mhm.
it worked. It's been working, so I'm really happy about that.
Yay. I mean, not yay for like, you have to do this,
Yeah.
but yay that like at least like some at least when you open up your toolbox and reach for a tool that it's like there. you know?
Ye-
like yay for that. I
Yeah.
also love the graphic style. It is very pretty. Nephew asked me why I make noise whenever I stand up or sit down. I told him it's because I'm a full grown man. Hi, Leaf.
Oh, hello,
I
Leaf.
require more resources to make them.
Leaf.
I
But
have not had an actual panic attack in years. Knock on wood. Thank fuck. Thank fuck. Don't miss them. Don't miss them. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
are.
But
Did something trigger you? Do you
they do
know, or was it just like
uh
doom upon the world?
well I think no, it was
Mhm.
not that. I think it's a combination of me not being able to eat rice
An
the way that I
achievement
used
for
to.
sure.
Really?
Um
Like rice? Like
mhm. Yeah,
whoa.
so yesterday I had some rice with salmon and like I can
Mm.
eat it.
Mhm.
Um but yeah, so anyway, I had my sister give me some more of that meal today. So I ate that and then I was fine, but I was like, "Oh, let me try." And I wasn't doing, just to be clear, like I wasn't doing anything really strenuous. I was like, "Let me just practice this particular position
Mhm.
for to prepare for like a kettlebell
Mhm.
lift because I want to." So I was just positioning my body and I took the one kettlebell that I have and I lifted it up and then I felt a little bit weird, but not like I strained a muscle or anything. I just felt like I got dizzy for like 2 seconds. I was like, "Hmm,
Mhm.
okay." I was
Right.
like, "That's interesting." So
Mhm.
then, I put it to the side and then I was like, I'm actually still feeling a bit hungry, so let me get some more food. And I was warming up the pan so that I can warm up the food and then my body started to flush like I was about to start to get heart palpitations and stuff like that.
Mm.
Um
That's
Hey,
annoying.
Pixel. Yeah, and then I was like, "Okay, let's think this through."
Right.
It's like,
You're like, what the
what do we need to
fuck?
do? Yeah, so I turned, I always err on the side of caution, so I turned off the pan and I'm like, put my shoes on, get my coat on and stuff so that I can take myself to the hospital because I
Mm.
don't want a $5,000 ambulance bill.
It's so sad. It's
Um,
so sad in this country because I relate so hard to that. I'm like, hang on, let me get dressed just in case I gotta go somewhere.
just in case I gotta go. Um, and my heart it started to beat faster but it wasn't beating as fast as I've had heart palpitations before. Like I didn't have that same exact sensation, so I was like, okay, maybe if I just sit in the car
Mm-hmm.
and do some deep breathing. So I did like half a breath. I was like, no, I'm going to drive. So
Mm.
so I was like, well, where am I going to drive to? Because my sister lives not too far. I'm like, no, let me just go up the street. And then I started heading to, I was like, well, let me go to my parents. And there's a way that takes me by one of the hospitals. So I was like, let me go there. And then I was going to go into the hospital parking lot and just sit and wait. And then I was like, no. So I turned into the church's parking lot and went into the church for a second, came back out. But I noticed like as I was driving, I started to feel a little bit more normal. But
Mm-hmm.
then I would start to feel the flush again. So it did that a little bit off and on. And then I would have periods where it dissipated,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I was having longer periods of feeling a bit more normal
Mm-hmm.
than not. So I was like, okay, I was like, I think I'm okay. So, um, yeah, I ended up helping my parents. Unfortunately, one of my uncles passed away last week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. So I helped my mom and dad set up the decorations for the repast for Saturday. So, but yeah, so while I was helping them and walking around and all that, I was just mentally checking on, do I still need to go to the hospital
Recognize my power.
or not?
Right.
So, but yeah, so I feel mostly normal, and I can tell my parasympathetic nervous system has been kicking in a lot more because I've felt like I needed to yawn, and that's usually like a big indicator that it's really trying to kick in for me. So
Nice.
and like really deep, really deep yawns too. So I'm like, I was like, I'm proud of you, body. Like,
Good
we've
job,
come
body.
through a lot of shit. So
Yay. So, do you think it was just like an upset stomach that like triggered some other stuff?
no,
No, gotcha.
I didn't like my stomach wasn't upset. I think it was the fact that I felt slightly dizzy. Like I don't know if it was because of the rice or if it was just because I felt slightly dizzy after I picked up the weight.
Mm-hmm.
And that slight dizziness, because I've had instances in the past where right when I felt that, then I'd get the flush. So I don't know if it was just a body memory, just like, oh, we've done this before. We're going to start having an attack now.
Right.
But the last time that happened, I had my sister stay with me for like hours. Because my body just would not calm down. She's like, let's just go. I'm like, no, I don't want to go to the hospital again.
Like, fuck that.
It's like, I was like, I feel like if I really felt I needed to, like, I really just needed somebody there and I needed my body to just calm down, and I didn't want to be put on beta blockers again because not if I don't need to.
Right.
So yeah, so that time she stayed with me for a long time and I was appreciative. I was like, thank you. But she ended up falling asleep. She did not see me. I don't think she saw me like crawling around. I was like crawling around.
Oh no.
Crawling up the because I didn't trust my body, changing height so suddenly.
Right.
So I was like, if I got to go upstairs, I'm gonna just crawl. So I was like, and I felt comfortable crawling. Like I was
Right.
fine with that. So yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of like deep trauma in my body from just a lot of different stuff. And so
Yet another accomplishment.
sometimes it just might be something really, just a very minor thing. And then
Right.
my body's like, oh shit,
Right.
sound the alarms.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, here
We
we
in
go.
it
Are you
right
ready?
now. You be like, chill.
Calm down. Like, it's okay. Like,
No.
we're okay.
Body has no chill. Body has absolutely zero
okay.
chill sometimes.
So, right. So yeah. So I was
Kelly.
proud today.
I'm glad. I'm glad you were able to get through it without having to go to the hospital.
Thank you. Yes,
That's annoying. That's just annoying.
yeah, I'm gonna probably be up late, just paranoid. Like, can I go to sleep?
Oh.
Can we go to sleep now? But yeah, so I did a lot of talking. How are you feeling, Crystal?
I am good.
Can I still get you some cake?
Yeah, I love
some
cake.
cakes?
Listen, I'll never say no to cake. Don't play with me. Oh yeah, it's much better blood. I love cake. I like
Now,
it.
is
That's
this
good. I do. When you are feeling mildly creative, I need your expertise with something I'm trying to do with vampire, and I'm like, I bet Tara would know exactly what button to press to do what I'm trying to do. So I'm like, I'm gonna just ask her next time she has
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, well, I may be up for a while today, and I don't know how long you plan on streaming, but if you want to
Nice.
ask me after, that's fine.
Cool. Are you off work tomorrow? Or are you just like, I'm gonna just be up because body stuff?
No, I'm not off work.
Unfortunate.
I'm not off work. Yeah.
Unfortunate. What you been up to, Kels?
I saw somebody with the name Kelly, like in the course of my work stuff, and I was like, "What's Kel's up to?"
These are excellent questions. I think craft a bone axe and a bone mace. Do I have enough bones for this?
Amity routine. Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf.
An achievement for sure.
For sure. I don't
Oh
need
my
your blood.
God.
I have some like basic ass 55% blood that I'd be fine for now. Not being able to write is annoying. Is annoying.
Leaf again.
Always.
Oh my God.
Always.
It's like a fountain of puns.
Right, it's quite remarkable, actually. Like
It
how,
really
like
is.
you know, like how fast he is able to just like consistently
Yes.
churn them out. You know,
Yes. And they're always unique. Like
Right.
that's it. So when I'm like leaf, it's just because I'm in awe. That's what you understand.
Oh, are you like writing for other people, but then you sit down to write for yourself, and your brain's like, I have no words. Nah, that's unacceptable. That's hardcore unacceptable.
Yeah. That sounds like betrayal.
Right. We're just wandering around a beautiful forest.
Oh, at a school and a bookstore.
My brain space has been wasted on terrible, terrible jokes. Literally.
I wouldn't see it as a waste though.
Right.
I feel like, when you go into the earth and then you come across those caves with all those magnificent diamonds and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would say that's a waste,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a waste. It's magnificent. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're there
Mhm.
existing
Mm-hmm.
and they're beautiful.
Mhm.
So
So
that's how
beautiful.
your jokes are.
So beautiful. Yeah.
I had to give up algebra for some.
I mean, we don't need no thing in algebra. Oh, I do need shade though. Okay, that's good. Okay, we can fight in the shade. Come, let us fight in the shade.
This is that vampire
Yes,
game.
they have
Oh,
another DLC coming out. More stuff. So I was like, ooh, let
Oh.
me play a little bit because there's a new area and stuff coming out soon. And I also did not
With the,
beat Dracula's ass yet. I realized I hadn't done that yet. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Making a dent.
I gotta beat Dracula's ass. He's like,
It's like
I think he's around like here somewhere, I think, or the ruins of. I don't know. He's around here somewhere. I'll find him.
it's like Dracula. You don't know your ass is being hunted right now.
I mean, I'm too low level right now. Let me stop playing. But eventually, I'm gonna go beat his ass. I'm like -2. I just started, but eventually,
You just wait, Dracula.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, just let me go to the
That's
weight room.
That's just literally. Like, I'm in my training montage right now, getting swole. I do really love this art style for games, though. It's quite nice.
And I really enjoy their voice actors.
Oh
They're-
my god! For this game, yes, the voice acting in this game is so good. I was literally before you came in, I was just saying that like there needs to be romances because we trying to like pick up Jade. She's trying to kill us, but I think it could just be like an enemies to lovers type situation because her voice actress for Jade is like so fucking nice.
That's hilarious. And I think that's one of the last things I think I remember you and Hannah. Um, I think that's one of the last characters because y'all were like fucking Jade.
Yeah, yeah,
Jade
yeah,
is not saying her name.
She's like one of like the
Where's that
bosses
bitch?
you gotta hunt. Yeah, 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 yeah. But she's got like such a nice voice. So you don't like want to kill her immediately. I'm like not even lying. Oh, nope, don't want to fight that. She does. She just has just lovely, lovely voice. Come here, I need to murder things. Do I have skills yet?
This isn't working.
That is a pretty rock.
It is a pretty rock, right?
It's so pretty.
Just give me your blood essence.
An achievement for sure.
All right, use the map to
Just
discover
show this castle.
toggle the build menu and construct and interact with the castle heart. Sounds great. Just zoom in. Do, do, do.
Hello, I am for the Medical Certification Board. I'm looking for Dr. Acula.
Giggity. Where do we want to go? You know what? We're gonna go. Can I put waypoints on this map? Yeah, I want to go that way. Okay.
Leaf, do you ever make puns about your puns? Like, do you go into like pun inception?
Wow.
Could you imagine?
Punception? No. That sounds cool though.
He said, yeah.
I'm actually not surprised. I'm like not surprised at all, to be honest.
Oh, I need like examples now. I'm so curious. His meta puns are far and few between.
Oh my goodness. What are you trying to write, Kels? Like what's the current book you are working on, Miss Author?
Yes, author Kelly N. Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. Everyone read Kelly's work.
Yes, everybody should read Kelly's work. Sorry. Not sorry.
Aww.
A yawn is quite catching, you see, like a cough. It just takes one yawn to start the others off. Dr. Seuss, baby. Your rom-com in the zombie apocalypse? Oh, we need that. We need that. That's okay. I have this awesome character from a tabletop game that I'm playing, and I've got to rewrite her to fit her into the Forgotten universe or the Tales universe. And I kind of solved the issue that I was having with it, and then with another character, which was nice. But now I just got to write the damn thing, and I'm like, ugh. You really wish you could 3D print the ideas in your brain, just onto
Yeah.
a story, you could just skip
the
writing stuff.
In the film Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
Oh, that was a good film.
Where's Hannah? Where's Hannah? Critically acclaimed.
Critically acclaimed. Yeah. Oh, I'm in that's a way too high level for me. Where am I? Actually, no, I can go this way. I'll be all right. I'll be okay. We can make this. We're gonna be all right. I'm just gonna overlay some characters.
Uh-oh. But in that film, they had the dream machine thing. So, they could just invent something for just thoughts, and then maybe you could just tune it to so when you set your brain waves to story mode,
right,
then you can calibrate the machine to match your brain waves for story mode. So that way it's not taking all of your brain thoughts and all that.
This is
just
awesome
story
idea.
mode. Just story mode.
I love everything that you're saying to me right now.
Oh, that's cool, Kelly. Do they know? Like, do they ever find out? And then when they find out, how do they feel about it? Because that would be hilarious. Like, what do you mean you gave me a sword? I told you I like bows and arrows, damn it.
Accurate. That's so accurate.
Oh, Leaf said that there can only be one critically acclaimed thing.
Oh,
So,
why? It's got to be Final
you know
Fantasy
what?
then.
I
But what?
I
Why couldn't it be like a critically acclaimed IP? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, critically acclaimed Final Fantasy that encompasses all of the Final Fantasy. You see? My family either never figured out they were in my fantasy book or they never asked. That's hilarious. Well, you know what? This is probably good, you know, because like then they can't like sue you, right, for likeness rights. Rights, you know, when you get all like famous, J.K. Rowling famous, right, and you're like, you know, making like you're making movies and shit off your books. Don't tell them, just don't tell them, just let it low key, just like. And then when like you cast somebody who like kind of looks like them.
That's funny. Like, change everything about them. Or no, like, don't change anything about them except for like their favorite color. Like, but see, this character's favorite color is blue, and you clearly said that yours is orange. It's
Right.
not the same.
It's not the same. It's not the same. It's totally different. It's totally different.
Oh, Leaf said because they would try to critically acclaim Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, and we can't have that. You know,
Y'all be hating on that movie a little too much. It was not that bad.
I
It
don't
was
know if I've seen it.
not that bad.
I might have seen parts of it.
I know it was like pretty forgettable for me because I saw it and I was like, okay, I saw it, but I don't remember that movie being as bad as everybody makes it out to be. I've seen bad movies. Y'all be tripping.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, I still need to figure out what this movie was that I saw. I think it randomly came on Amazon. Me and my mom had watched a movie, and it's like, I don't know, like a year or two ago or so.
Uh huh.
And once we finished that movie, another movie just randomly came on, and we watched it. It was not a great film, but we watched it because it was a movie.
Right.
You know, like we don't judge. We're just like, it's a film.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
But we just had way too many questions, and I desperately need you and Hannah and Matt to watch it, and JV.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I
okay.
need you to watch it, but I cannot think of the name of this thing for the life of me.
Oh no. Oh no. Do you remember like any of was it like no name actors so you can't even like IMDb that shit?
I can't even do that. And I think the name had like grave in it. I think, but I imagine I've been on and off like for the past year or so, ever since I saw that film. On and off, I will try to, do a few internet searches, but imagine scary movie with the name grave in it,
Right.
in the title.
Okay.
Like, it's not
Yeah.
not the best.
There was a like this movie was so bad that my
God.
my sister-in-law and I like loved it, but it's like not like there's no that is arguably like I don't understand how anybody got any money to make this movie, like unless it was just like you and your friends and you were just fucking around. But like we had rented it one night from Blockbuster, like back in the day. Okay, this was Blockbuster, and we brought it home. We got high. We watched it. And it was just amazing because of how terrible it was. And it's called Haunted Highway. And I am so sad that I can't get it. Like, I can't find, like, it's so bad. I can't find it anymore. Like, I remember the name of it. We didn't forget the name of it, but I can't find it. And it's literally like, it's about this guy who is having an affair, and like he ends up like killing his wife. I think it was like on accident or something. And so he kills her and he like puts her in the trunk of his car, and then he's driving to the lake so he can get rid of her. But like on the way to the lake, she's like haunting him, but in like the dumbest way. So it's not even like scary, it's just funny. Like at one point she's like flying alongside the car on a broomstick, like the Wicked Witch, just like laughing at his ass. I'm not, like, it's so bad. And then there would be like these weird cuts to like his side hoe, who was like this Asian lady who was just creepy as shit. And every time we saw her, like the cut, she would always be like, "You'll never leave me because I will find you." And you'd be like, "What the fuck?" And then like,
so weird.
Oh, it's so weird. And then like, so we just basically go from like this basic ass dude who's trying to get to the lake to ditch his wife, but she's haunting him. So like for some reason he never gets to the lake, and then ends up going back to his house. And then I think his like side piece is there or something, and he like ends up killing her, but then like goes straight up like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So now she's in the bathtub and he's got a chainsaw and he's like chopping her up with his chainsaw. We're like, what the fuck is happening? And then he finally goes downstairs into his living room, and I think it ends with them like now both haunting him, and it's supposed to be like super scary and like, oh my god, plot twist or whatever. And we were just like, you will lose brain cells watching this movie, like 100%. Like you will be dumber for having watched this movie, but it's so good because it's just so completely terrible. Like it's trash. Like it's literally trash.
Yeah, that's interesting. This this film, there was so much going on. Like there was so much happening. I don't remember everything, but I do remember when you so when the movie starts, there's the main character is this this woman, and I think technically she would be considered a housewife. Like her husband, I think, is like a professor or something at a university or whatever. So so in the beginning of the film, I don't remember exactly how far into it is, but the audience is led to believe that the neighbor, so these people's neighbor, is possibly weird because the wife ends up missing. So the wife of the neighbor ends up missing, and then I think it turns out that she's dead. So you're led to believe, okay, it might be the neighbor. Like they throw all this suspicion on him, but then also there's stuff happening with young college students, like specifically women, I think. And I think they are also turning up dead or something. The housewife is not, you know, the husband's not treating her the way.
Oh god, I can't figure out how to close the console. Hang on, oh god. All right, hang on. Sorry, go ahead.
The husband is not giving her the attention, you know, she needs and all that. But she's, you know, like she's a lovely wife, like cooking for him, doing whatever. And then time goes on, you find out that her husband is kind of a creepo, like flirting with the college girl. So then you think, oh, maybe he's the killer. Right. Maybe he's the one. Right. You know, and I think that's kind of swept under the rug. Again, this is like a while ago and I don't remember everything. But then, so the wife is like, you know what? I want to get mine too. I want to go ahead and do whatever. So she's like going out, like finding herself. I mean, locally, she's still with her husband. And her friend, her friend is made to be like this firecracker of a person, because the housewife is meant to be, you know, very soft-spoken, very reserved, very modest,
very demure.
I wasn't going to do it, Crystal. I was actively trying to avoid it. But very modest. And so like her friend, I forget what her friend says, and I don't remember the exact timeline of when they had this conversation, but her friend is like, yeah, you want to go, I'm paraphrasing, like, you know, you want to go sleep with some guys or whatever.
Right.
So they meet, they are like out having drinks or something, and I don't think the wife wants to, or she decides she doesn't want to do that with these young guys that they meet up with, but the friend is like, you know, like all gung-ho about it. So anyway, like, remember, there's still suspicion about who actually killed the wife of the neighbor, and then also these random young college students that are being killed.
Okay, so while the wife is trying to get her groove on because her husband's kind of cheaty, there are murders happening. Just make sure I'm understanding.
There's murders happening.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay,
there's actual like death and stuff
Okay.
that's going on.
Got it. Okay.
So, I'm trying to think of. We're going to fast forward because there was just so much going on. Me and my mom were watching it. Like, what? Wait, what happened to this? Like, where did this come from? Like, what are we? What's going on? So, anyway, at some point the main character, she like goes to a park or something with her dog and, you know, just enjoying herself, going for a little walk, and then she meets up with this guy. So because he's a random ass motherfucker, and then you know, you're like, oh my goodness, here's this young innocent lady. I mean, she wasn't like young, but that's how she's presented, like this doe-eyed, you know, lady. Lady, don't talk to him because he's very charismatic. You know, I think he's new to town. Like, that whole thing. So you're like, okay, so you're the killer then.
Right.
You're the killer.
Right.
She's going to be attracted to you because you are attractive. And then you're going to kill her or harm her or kidnap her. Like, she's about to die. Like, that's what you think. And then that doesn't happen. He's actually very kind. He's actually honestly a very nice person. And she does have a little bit of an affair with him.
Wait, what you mean like a little bit of an affair? Like she has an affair and she doesn't?
It's like, I don't remember. I just know, I don't know how far the affair went. Like, I don't know if it was just like an emotional affair. I mean, that's still an affair.
Sure.
But I don't think, I don't remember how far it went.
Got it. Okay. Understand.
I also don't remember if he's alive. But anyway, because you're going to find out why I'm confused.
Okay.
So then, like, towards the end of the film, like, apparently, you know, the husband is still treating the wife like shit. And then the friend is like, you know what? Let's kill him.
Oh, shit.
You remember what we did? Like, and then he comes home. They kill him.
Oh,
they're just
like no hesitation. Like we just jump right to murder.
Like I don't even remember. I don't remember if there was a discussion before he came in the door. I just know he's in the house and then he's dead.
Oh damn.
And then you find out at some point that the friend and the wife were out killing people. And then at the end of the show, at the end of the film, the wife goes out into this cornfield, because there's this thing about this cornfield too.
Right.
Like the wife goes out into the cornfield, and in the middle of the cornfield is a clearing with a what was it? I think she had like a little picnic table or something set up, and there were skeletons set up in the cornfield, like in poses, and she was talking to them. And that's the end of the movie.
No. See, this is like, no, that is just like this book I read. I'm going to spoil the shit out of this book. I'm going to tell everybody what the name of the book is because I'm about to spoil the shit out of it for you because it made me mad. So, This sounds literally terrible. This sounds just like this book. So it's called The Perfect Marriage, and on the book title, like, perfect is like crossed out. All right, and on the back of the book, it sounds like it's going to be a fun read. Okay, it's about this woman. She's like a high-powered attorney. Her husband is like a struggling writer who's, you know, emasculated because she's so awesome at being an attorney. And then his mistress dies, and she finds out in one blow that he's having an affair, and has to defend him because she doesn't know whether or not he killed his mistress or not. Right, so that's like the premise of the book, right? So you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna read this shit because I'm curious if her basic ass husband like actually like committed murder or not or whatever. So we start out this book, right? And the book bounces back and forth between like his perspective and like her perspective, right? And it gets like, I don't even know how to fuck. So this wife is presented throughout this book pretty there's no foreshadowing, okay? She is presented as exactly what you would think. A high-powered attorney. Their marriage is kind of like a little bit struggling a little bit because she works a lot to keep their lifestyle, and he is obviously enjoying their lifestyle but is like big mad because, you know, she'll cancel date nights or she won't come out to the lake house and come hang out with him because she's fucking working, right? So you can see that this marriage is like slowly falling apart, and he only wrote like one really good novel and then that's it. So he's like a struggling writer and is not feeling like, you know, very like whatever secure in their marriage, you know, blah blah blah. So it's a pretty like, there's nothing deep. These are pretty typical tropes, right? And so of course every time he go to the lake house he got a side hoe, so of course. And then so we actually like get his perspective of that, you know, that weekend where he invites his wife out. She says she can't. She's on this case or whatever. But like in the opening chapter, you can tell that, you know, she's talking about how she feels bad about it. And like, you know, when she's first, you know, I always wear my hair like this, you know, I always do this. So you think that maybe over the course of this book, it's going to be kind of one of those where like she realizes that maybe she has kind of put her job ahead of her marriage, and that maybe, you know, they can, you know, a kind of a meet each other like halfway type situation. Like that's the vibe you're kind of getting from her, right? But then the husband, you know, he goes out to the lake house that weekend and he has his hoe there or whatever, and they do their little fucky or whatever. And then he like there's some like weird, like they both like drink a lot, and apparently like he's all like rough with her or like whatever when they drink a lot. And then in the morning, like he like gets up to leave and she's like dead to the world, and he like leaves her like you know, you're the fucking one for me, you're the best, blah blah blah, I love you so much, blah blah blah, I'm gonna leave my wife for you, blah 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 type note. And then goes and then and then when he goes home that weekend, he like leaves her a note, but you know, P.S. please leave before the housekeeper gets here. Right, not kidding. No, I'm not kidding. I love you. You're the only one for me, but make sure you out before the housekeeper gets here. So, right, literally. So like he goes home, and then when he gets there, his wife is like, you know, feeling some kind of way, and she meets him and she's like, you know what, let's fucking have a baby. Like, I'm ready to do this. How about you and me, we have a baby? And he's like so like overjoyed. And then he tells her the same thing he told his side hoe. He's like, I love you. You're the only one for me. I'm committed to you now because we're ready to have this baby. Blah, 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 blah. It's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So you're like, wow, this man is basic as hell. And then, but then obviously like the cops come up and then they're like, hey yo, there's a dead woman in your fucking lake house, because obviously she did not leave by the time the housekeeper got there because she was fucking dead. And right, and so he gets like called in the police station before she does, and then finally they call her and she comes in and she's like, you know, finds out in the police station that her husband has not only had an affair but is now on trial for murder, and she decides right then and there that she's like going to defend him, right? And so,
oh my God.
Right. So like you're getting this from like two perspectives, right? So from her perspective, she's like fucking devastated, like she can't believe, but she's like got to be a lawyer, right? Because she's got to like get him off of this, for, you know, she's got to know like everything that happened. So like, and he's all like, bro, it's so hilarious too, because then you like cut to her perspective and she's like, I can't be emotional right now. I have to like treat him like any other fucking client. I'm the best defense attorney in the fucking state, blah 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 blah. And then you cut to his perspective, and he's all like, why is she being so cold to me? I just need her to hold me and tell me that everything's going to be all right. And you're just like, bro, what?
Oh my
I'm not
God.
kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm just like, Jesus, fuck. This is literally his perspective, right? And his mother is like the fucking worst. Like, she comes in and she's like, what are you doing to help my son? And this is your fault, because if you'd have been a better wife, he wouldn't have been out here shaking this other hoe and like blah, blah, blah. You should have, right, one of those, right? And like, but she like lets the mom talk to her like this too. Like, she don't even like really stand up for herself doing all that. I done knocked the bitch out by now. But that's fine. You're not talking to me like that. For real? Anyway. But all right, so we go from, some evidence and we're going through this case, right? And then we find out two things that are really important to the fucking ridiculousness of how this third act of this book. There is a guy in this woman's firm who does not like her, okay? They are antagonistic towards each other, right? And she gets into like a little bit of trouble because now she's using firm resources to defend her husband, and she's not really paying attention to her other cases, and she's a partner, and this other guy who is antagonistic is like throwing that in her face and trying to be in her office or whatever. So you get like that kind of like side plot that's going on. Meanwhile, you're finding out as well that like the girl that her husband was sleeping with also had she actually was married to this guy in the police force who like actually busts in and like beat the husband's ass because he thinks that not only were you sleeping with my woman, but I thought you fucking killed her. But then it's like she was telling the husband that she was having an affair with, that he was abusive and he was beating on her. So he's like, nah, he did it. And so everybody's trying to like throw shade on the cop because maybe he did kill his wife or whatever, because he did send her like a bunch of like angry, I'm gonna fucking kill you where you at, you need to come home, blah, blah, blah texts. But then you also find out over the course of the book that she was married before the guy died under suspicious circumstances, and her new cop husband was assigned to that case and may have helped her cover it up before they moved to the current city that they're in, right? So you got
what?
Right. So you got that whole subplot, right? Okay. But okay, so then we go through like this whole thing. There's some other like random bullshit going on. The husband's the idiot, like fighting the wife at every turn, like not listening like to anything, trying to do like investigations by himself and like fucking shit up. And she's like losing her shit at him like constantly, like, oh my God, I can't believe you. And then going through like the emotional toll of like, my husband had an affair. Is it my fault? Is it not my fault? Right? So this is all from their perspectives, right? Again, let me stress, there is no foreshadowing to what I'm about to tell you, okay? So then we get to the trial. The trial happens, and then that chapter ends on like a cliffhanger of the verdict. And the next chapter is a fast forward like X number of years later, and you find out that the husband does not get off. He is guilty. And not only is he guilty, he is getting the death penalty. So we are 10 years later, and we are on the day of his execution, right? Okay?
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we skip a lot, okay?
I'm scared.
Bro. So she decides that she is going to come to his execution. And she walks in and she's talking to him, and they're like having this conversation. And now all of a sudden she is like Ice Queen. Now all of a sudden she is like this cold, calculating character out of the fucking blue who apparently set him up. So apparently this right, this is out of nowhere. Apparently what actually happened was, okay, hang on. What actually happened was, you remember the guy I told you that was in her office that hated her? Well, apparently he was the cousin of the mistress's first husband. And, right, hang on. This is going to be important in a second, right? Right. He was the cousin of the mistress's first husband. And apparently, before the murder actually happened, it was just like a coincidence that he ended up working at the same law firm at this woman. as our main character, and it was a weird coincidence that her husband just ended up having an affair with this girl. So she actually does find out, the wife found out that he was having an affair like a hot minute ago. Like she been knew about him going to this lake house and fucking this girl. But then when her and the guy in her office found out that it was like the same kind of people, they decided they was going to kill two birds with one stone, and they was going to kill her and frame him.
Oh my god.
It got so Jerry Springer and so messy, like so fast. So that's basically what they did. Like that night, she went to the lake house. She like drugged his drink and like killed that bitch and left him in the bed and while he was like asleep, and then just went home and defended him and just didn't defend him quite well enough, and then ended up getting his case, like, so he ends up getting like the death penalty. And then ends up marrying that guy and having a baby with him.
What?
I'm not kidding. And there was no foreshadowing, like none.
Oh,
None.
man.
There were no hints to this. There was it literally just comes out of fucking nowhere. And I'm just like, what did I just read? What the fuck did I just read? Like what is the actual fuck did I just read?
Okay, let's play a game.
Right.
Let's play a game.
Wait. Can we go over one part again?
Let's play a game. So, let's say what you read is the first draft.
Right.
And then you're the editor and you're like, "Okay, I see what you did there." But I don't understand how you got there.
Right.
So, what would be some ways that you would go into the existing story to give it some cohesiveness, so that way readers aren't, feeling like they are catching shit out of left field?
I would sit this actually author down in front of the movie Basic Instinct and make them watch it. Because it felt like this was like a Walmart version of an attempt of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think one of the most brilliant things about Basic Instinct is, to this day, I'm not entirely sure if she killed him or not. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe she did. Maybe she did. I don't know. But like, if you as an author want to do that, that's fine. But there has to be some kind of foreshadowing. There has to be something in this narrative that hints at what's going on here, right? They're like all like, you can drop all these crazy plot lines where, oh shit, then we find out that she had a husband, and oh shit, and then we found out that the guy at my firm is the cousin to the baby mama. Like, what the fuck? That's all fine. But like, the drama is around, like, if you're telling chapters, especially from like her perspective as a lawyer, you have to find really subtle ways to turn her to tell me that she's a killer. Because there was nothing in her personality at any point that pointed to the fact that she was this level of cold and calculating. Like none. So at some, like, throughout this story, she, in conversations with him, maybe she goes cold, or she smacks him, or, something. There's got to be something that exposes to me, or that even gives me a hint that she might have known he was cheating from get-go. Like, there's got to be something. But there was not. It was like a completely different character. Like a completely different character. This story was absolutely the done. It was just like, and then this plot twist happened, and then this plot twist, and it just got so messy. I was just like, what? And listen, I don't mind messy. I don't mind that, but I was just like, damn.
Yeah. That's kind of how me and my mom were reacting when we were watching that film. We were like, wait, what?
Right.
Like, where?
Right.
Where? And I think what, well, I can't say I think, but I'm guessing that maybe the writers were trying to maybe hint at it with how the friend was because she was such a firecracker. But I'm like, even still, like, just because somebody has a big personality does not make them a murderer.
I have a big personality. I have not killed nobody. Okay, and I'm not just saying that because we on Twitch. Okay, I have not killed nobody.
It's like, that does not make somebody a murderer. And I think because they were juxtaposing that personality with the personality of the main character, the wife, who was very quiet, very subdued, that maybe she would convince her. But I'm like, even still, there was nothing ever said that
Right.
that would make you even think that they even did that to anybody at any point. It wasn't
Right.
like, oh, you remember what happened that one time and then just leave it alone.
Right.
I don't think that ever happened.
Right.
She's just like, let's go have fun. Like, fun could be anything.
Right.
Like, if you're trying to allude to fun being murder, then you need to make it sound a little bit more murdery. I don't know.
Right. There was this like wild out of place scene too. Like, we are like books damn near over, right? So we are deep into like damn near like third act here, almost at the wild ass climax. And there was like this one random ass scene where like she comes home and it's written like somebody comes into her house, but she's unconcerned about it. And then she like sleeps with whoever it is that's in her house. And it's written in a way that I'm like, is she hallucinating? Did she just get attacked? What is happening? And then like she confirms kind of in like a weird mental way the next day that she had randomly slept with somebody, but we don't know who that is. And I'm just like, and it's so...
That's such an odd scene.
It was so odd, and it was just so random and out of place. And I guess that was supposed to be hinting that she was sleeping with the guy from her firm. But I'm like, I don't know how anybody was going to get there. I didn't even realize I'm literally reading it, and I'm just like, what is happening? What is happening right now? Like, what is going on?
Just randomly sleeping with an intruder in your house.
Right. Just random.
That's so odd.
Yeah,
like odd. So one thing that I would do if they want to have that big twist with, the hated guy at the firm and her, like, they could have thrown in little hints.
Right.
Like little things here and there.
Right.
Like maybe have her express something like, or not even to another character, but maybe just mentally saying something like, oh, he's spoken to me, he speaks to me like this here, but he doesn't speak to me like this all the time.
Right.
Or something like that, because then it's like, oh,
right.
When at what other times does he speak to you, and how does he speak to you? Like,
right.
How with these other times, how does he speak to you? So it gets at least a little bit of a question, to, instead of being like, no, he fucking hates me.
Right. There was just nothing. There was just nothing to lead us up to this. So you're just like,
oh man,
you're just left very it was just very confusing. It was
just
like,
man, like
out of nowhere shit. I was just like,
that's
wow.
wild.
Yeah, it really was. I was like, huh. It was like such a nice little, such a great like story that just went nowhere. Like, what just got wild. I was just like, you ain't had no editor to tell you that this isn't Barnes and Noble. This isn't Barnes and Noble. I bought this book at Barnes and Noble. I'm mad about that. I hate it when I get a bad book at Barnes and Noble. I'd be like, y'all got that shit on your shelves. Y'all got this shit on your shelves.
It could either be like you hate it, but then also it's like, because as artists, it's like I don't like to disparage people in their work. I try not to do that because I know what it's like for me to create things, and then when other people create things, I'm like, yeah. But sometimes it's like, y'all got that there, so let me show you some stuff that I can do.
Right.
And maybe you can have my stuff there too.
Right.
Like maybe put my book in front.
Right.
maybe.
Right. Right.
I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, it's wild because there are so many books. Like when you think there's like a billion books, so many books, books and books and books and books and books, and man, it's wild because it's like, okay, yeah, I can see what's happening here. I see the ingredients that you are, you got your mise en place set for your food that you're about to cook, but you had like carrots and onions, but you ended up with a cake,
Right.
and I don't
really know how we got to the cake. Right. Like,
how did we get here?
Right. But see, like and that's my thing. I'm like, because I know we all know like indie authors that are good that work like so hard to get their stuff, and then you read a book that was like professionally published, and you're just like, you had an editor though, right? Your editor was just like, nah, this is good. This is good. This good. It really, like, I swear to God, sometimes you just like, apparently the secret sauce is to just write some dumb shit. Like apparently you just gotta write some dumb shit.
You know what? Cake? No. Not unless it's a savory cake, like, fish cake or crab cakes or salmon cakes or, stuff like that. Stuff like that. I'm talking about they started with, carrot and onions, and then they ended up with yellow cake with chocolate icing.
And I'm not eating
That's
that.
not.
I'm not eating that. I don't know how you got there. I'm not eating that.
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. It's like those things that be coming, it's like, oh my gosh. It's like Deborah Cox. How did you get here?
Yeah, literally me at the end of this book.
That story's not supposed to be here.
Just like, what the fuck? I feel attacked. I'll never forget. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's wild.
But you know what though? I can't
That's
even like
pretty
disparage this book too much because she wrote another one called The Perfect Divorce, and apparently then they gave you like a little teaser, and apparently it's like The Perfect Divorce is she's divorcing Bob, the guy that she cooked up with that had a daughter with because he cheated on her. He also ends up cheating on her.
Oh my god.
Right. And I'm like, you know what? I'm curious enough that I want to read the Wikipedia entry. So I need somebody to put that shit on Wikipedia because I'm curious enough to read the Wikipedia. I am not curious enough to buy that shit, but I am curious enough to be like, you know what? I'll go to Wikipedia and find out what happened.
That's hilarious. Oh man. Is she going to kill him?
I don't know. I mean, at least now.
No.
Right. Well, she got a daughter now too, bro. So at least
I know.
So at least now we
that
know.
Don't mean that he gotta live.
That don't mean that he gotta live. But at least now, we know who she is. So at least now, like if she ends up like, doing this whole thing where she kills him, like I won't be shocked. I will not be like surprised Pikachu face.
But wait, what if the twist in this one is she ends up dead?
Oh shit. Maybe.
The husband sets her up somehow and
Right.
she ends up dead.
Right. That could be. I know. That's why. Yeah, that book was wild. That book was just wild.
That is wild.
It's like absolutely wild.
Leaf is eating a mint and
I
artichoke
know.
3-layered cake.
I'm jelly. Now I have to go put another meatball in the oven. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Mhm.
Meatballs in the oven.
That is such a wild book. See, Leaf, this is why we need you to publish your puns. At least that's me. I'm not going to include Crystal in that. I'm just going to say me. Kels, if you're hungry, you should have some food. Um, Leaf says she ends up dead. The daughter dad comes to the crime, and then it turns out that it was the pet bunny from that first book that no one knew about. Dun dun dun. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, Leaf. I would not be surprised. Oh, Kels, well, if you need to go to bed, I guess that's what adults do. I don't know. But if you got to go to sleep, then I support whatever it is that you need that will work best for you in this moment. So if that's sleep, then great. If that's food, then great. If that's both, then great.
No, don't go to bed. Hannah is working tension out of her body. She wants you to be proud of her.
Oh, yes. Yes. What is she doing? What is she doing?
She's probably doing Pilates because she loves that torture.
Um, well, you know what? Surprisingly, I have a little book. My mom, she bought me this little book. It's called, what's it called? Like the Pilates Bible or something. I don't know. But there's different stretches in there. And I kid you not, I did one little stretch. It's like a dynamic pulsing stretch where it like stretches out your hamstring and stuff. I did that one time, and it released a lot of tension. I was a little bit sore the next day,
That's what's up.
but it released a whole bunch of tension. I was like, hold on.
Right. You're like, well, hang on.
I am missing key ingredients.
I mean, more.
Then the dad kills the bunny for revenge, and the book ends with a recipe for rest. Oh my gosh.
Some of these books out here, they be like that. They be. Sometimes I
man.
think
I
I
think-
could like fund everything if I just wrote a really bad, like, bodice ripper. Like, I think that's all I have to do. I really do. I think I just need to do it. Like, I think that's the secret sauce.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I mean, because I read a book from a best-selling author, and it was literally 3 vampires, literally, and I'm not, this is a true statement, fucking the magic out of someone. And I could write some shit like that. Yep. Yep. I like how you're just like sitting there with that one. You're like, huh? I'm like, yep, that's a real thing that happened. Oh,
I mean, I'm thinking about it. I think that's really interesting, actually.
Kelly, no. But here's what pissed me off about this book. Hang on, Lee probably already was here when I gave this book review. I'm gonna tell you, Kelly. I'm gonna keep you up. I gotta tell you about this. Hold on. Okay, so first of all, I have a question for the class. Okay, question for the class. If I tell you the book is titled "Court of the Vampire Queen," what do you think this book is about? Just from the title.
Oh wait, I think I've heard you talk about this book. I don't remember that one.
just from the title. What's this book about, y'all?
I mean, you already put in my mind some things, but if I had not heard what you said before, I would say, a court, like
Right.
a royal court.
Sure.
That's what I would think.
No, that's not what this book is about at all.
Maybe they needed like a non-sexual title, and they're like, okay, let's just use this.
Clearly, it's not what
Don't
this book
prepare
is.
the audience at all.
This was literally like well, it was Twilight. Because it was like fan fiction that got published. And I'm not disparaging fan fiction because I've read some incredible fan fiction. Some really
And you've written some
And I've
incredible fan fiction.
Thank you.
Listen to Legacy, a Star Wars audio drama.
Critically
which you can
acclaimed.
find at critically acclaimed, which you can find at talesoftheforgotten.com. Okay, please continue.
wherever you get your podcast. Not affiliated with LucasArts. But like, okay, so listen. No, not even no, she's not a fucking queen. She's not even a vampire. She's not. This is what fucking pisses me
Wait,
off.
she's not even a vampire?
Girl. She is half human, slightly vampire. Okay, she's half human, half vampire. Okay, and her father is supposedly this evil man, blase blase. Okay, that is like the vampire king, I guess you could say, even though nobody actually even calls him that, right? Okay, now listen, this book. Trigger warning, there is some like dubious consent. And what I mean by dubious consent is that when a elder vampire bites you, you immediately have an orgasm. It's great for you. Awesome, okay?
That's weird.
Right. They're like, it's so fucking hot when an elder vampire bites you, you're sailing off into your best O, okay? Sure, okay? So the book starts out with some very typical tropey men. You have your sexy, broody vampire who feels bad that he's biting you, but he's got to do it because he's a vampire. You have your typical goth bad boy vampire, and then you have another vampire who is kind of like snobby, always wears a suit type guy. All right, so those are your three kind of typical tropey vampires. Okay, and it's
So Elijah, Damon, and Stefan.
there you go. There, absolutely 1,000. You nailed it. You fucking nailed it. Okay, and they all fuck. Okay, everybody is fucking everybody, so it's great. The guys fuck each other and they fuck her. Okay, lovely, super fun, okay. But then my problem with this book is that like the actual plot, air quotes, of this book is that her dad is like this bad guy. And he's trapped Stefan, let's just call him Stefan, in his castle. And he sent her to feed Stefan. And as punishment, because she don't ever, she's Elena. She's your typical mouthy whatever, okay? Okay? So, it gets so much worse. So, she goes there. And of course, they gonna fall in love and get they fucky on, right? But there's still the problem that he's stuck there, and for some reason that I can't quite remember, because honestly, I don't think it was very well explained, if she has a baby, it's good because then she kind of has a claim to the throne, especially if she has a baby with Stefan, who is one of the elder vampires. But if she has this baby, though, and her father gets the baby, then that's bad because now he has I don't know, it was all like, whatever. So, but basically, for her to claim the throne, she's got to get knocked up because of course she does. So... bro, no, this gets wild. But then there's still the problem of they can't even deal with her father because Stefan can't leave the house because he's stuck there, right? But also, every time they bite her, she's like, Sookie from fucking that other show where she just tastes so fucking good, right? She's just fucking delicious. And they can't figure out why she tastes so fucking good. Until, what's the name of the other vampire you said? There's Stefan, Damon, and the other guy? Elijah, right. So it's not until Elijah comes and bites her that he realizes why she tastes so fucking delicious. And she's so fucking delicious is because she's part angel. Now, here's where there's some really... No, bro, wait. No, hold on. I'm not done. Tam, I'm not done. It gets better. So now there's some cool kind of lore around this, right? Where... Vampires also have magic, okay? And of course, Stefan has like fire, so every time Stefan fucks, you know, the fireplace gets a little higher, and they gotta be like, "Yo, cool, like chill, Stefan. You don't want to set that right." It's cheesy like that. And I don't remember what magic the other two had, but these elder vampires also have magic, right? And she's angel. Now Elijah doesn't like that she's part angel because back in the day, if an angel and a vampire, if angels like come into their magic, they can tell vampires what to do. They'll like be able to control vampires. And even like more angsty, like if you are like bound to an angel and you're a vampire, like you can't even be far away from them. Like it hurts. You like miss them so much. You just have to be around them at all times. Okay? So but she's like, I don't have magic. This is crazy. Like, I've never done magic before, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, we just need to bring the magic out of you. And how do you think they need to bring the magic out of her? They gonna fill her out like an application. That's how they gonna bring the magic out of her.
Damn.
Okay, right. So they gonna all fuck her at the same time, and they gonna fuck her so good that by the power of her orgasm, she is gonna lean into her magic and she's gonna bust the seal so they can leave the house. And that is what happens. That is what happens, right? So now you're like, okay, you knew what you were saying.
Talk about busting a nut.
Right. All kinds of, right? So, but then here's what happens for the next like 5,000 pages of this book. It's literally, they run away and it's like, okay, your dad's chasing us. And it's like, oh yeah, we got to do something about that. They fucking. Okay, done fucking. All right, we should do something about your dad. You right? Fucking. We should really do fucking. There was so much fucking, I actually skipped the fucking, and I love fucking. I was like, damn, I'm bored as shit. How many more times can y'all just be like, do it right?
Man.
And then like at one point, like the men get kidnapped. And now, mind you, they have fucked this magic out of her. So she is like half angel, half human, half vampire who does nothing. Who is the most, she's more useless than Ariel. She does nothing with her magic at any point does she ever use it. Like apparently there's like they do like quote unquote training sessions with her that aren't really training that like end up being like a page long and then they're fucking again because of course they are. And then the vampire men get like kidnapped and she makes a deal with the devil to like help them because she's helpless and can't do fuck all, and then they come back and then eventually they go to her dad's stronghold and just win. And now she's the vampire queen with the court. And of course she's got babies and don't nobody who
No.
That's it.
No.
And that's it.
No.
And that's it.
No.
Yep. That's it.
No. You're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
lying.
I'm not lying. I'm not. Read the book. Read the book. Come back and tell me. I gotta turn my fan on. I'm not lying.
Y'all, Crystal just said a lie. She just said,
I'm not
it's
lying.
the queen and her court. After all that, it's a lie. It's a lie.
I'm not lying.
Dear listener, don't pay Crystal any attention with this.
I'm telling you that
She's lying.
Best
That's not
selling
real.
book
It's not reality. It's not.
recommended to me by Book Talk. They love this shit. Kelly, they ate this shit up. People thought this was so amazing. And listen, I got no problem if you want to write a book about a hot woman getting her fucking freak on with 4 sexy men. I got no beef. Girl, do that shit. Write that shit. Let these women know that sex is okay. And if you want to have sex with 4 guys consensually at one time, girl, live your best fucking life. But don't tease me with plot that you're never going to give me. Just make it a book about a chick who gets fucking filled out for 300 pages. And let that be it. Like, don't tease me with lore and plot and backstory that you just write and then never do anything with. And then make out like her dad is this big evil villain that she beats on page 10, like, you know, in 3 seconds. And then the book's just over. Like, what? Maybe, Leaf. Maybe.
That's
I swear to God.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
And
I
this,
don't believe
and
it.
this author has gone on to write even more books that are now in Barnes and Noble. So clearly, I just need to write a book like that. And that's how we gonna get the fuck or do whatever the fuck we want money. Apparently, that's how we do it.
Wait, is Hannah laughing in the background?
Yes, because she's heard me bitch about
Because
this.
all I heard was then the mic cut off.
Like that's so real, y'all. Kelly, I'm not kidding. It is called Court of the Vampire Queen. And what makes me mad is like it starts out hot. You're like, oh shit, this is gonna be a fun little ride. I'm like, you picked up a romance. Like when you pick up a romance novel, you know what you're getting yourself into. Okay, you know what you're reading. But even I was like, God damn. I was like, Jesus Christ, like what?
Knowing that you had that reaction is hilarious.
Right. I'm telling you, I skipped stuff. I was like, y'all cannot be fucking again. Me, even me, I was like, y'all, maybe we need to do something about this problem. We just, okay. I mean, listen,
not gonna deal.
Nope, we're not dealing with no problems. And you know what? That's fine. Then just hope, then the book just shouldn't have any problems. There shouldn't, it's clear you wanted to write a story about a woman and her 4 men. And I love that for you. Great. That's fucking great. Okay? But don't tease me with lore that you're just never going to drop.
Yeah. And Leaf, that might not be true given how much they apparently were getting it on in the book.
Yeah. A lot.
I think her body would be very adapted to what was going on. So
oh yeah, no, she took all that
Yeah.
she took that shit like a champ. She took that. She ain't had no problem. She took that like a champ.
that's wild. And it's hilarious though that the Elijah character was the one that figured it out, because that is something that he would actually do. Like I could see him.
It's so real.
It's just like, oh man.
Bitch, where?
So, okay, I have a question. Was it alluded to that there were angels in the story, or
No.
was this one of those things?
It came out of nowhere.
So it just popped.
No, no. And like the lore, it's all like the lore is actually very interesting. Like I love this idea that elder vampires have magic. I'm like not even opposed to the fact that if elder vampires bite you, you immediately have an orgasm. That sounds like a good goddamn time to me. Like I'm not opposed to that either. But like you hit and there was even like, because Broody Elijah character was like genuinely like concerned about letting her be anywhere near them, because apparently there had been this whole big war between like angels and vampires, and so it was not cool what angels used to do to vampires. I'm about to die. It was not cool what angels used to do to vampires and the way that they could control them, right? But we don't go into any of that. Like none of that is like hinted at, used. And like you literally talk about how special this character is, but she's useless. She is the most useless. I cannot. That's the one thing I can't do. I cannot abide useless characters. I cannot. Not if you're the main character. I cannot. Listen, it's fine if you want to be barefoot and pregnant and that is your choice. Fine, girl, live whatever life you want. But you can't be useless. You can't have all this magic and be at war and try to get your freedom away from your father, who is like this terrible guy. You can be useless after, but you can't be useless before. Come on. And to have her be the one too that beat her father at the end, I'm still like, what? I was like, how? Right. Because she hadn't used her magic.
With what?
Right. That's the question. That is with her magic, Tara. She beat him with her magic and the power of her fucking magical coochie or some shit. I don't fucking know.
God.
But I'm not, and it just ended like that. And then of course the epilogue was like, them all like taking care of the babies and shit. So, hey,
That is
Mm-hmm. But yeah, at no point was there ever like the court was like there still wasn't a
wow.
court. Or oh no, I guess that they decided they were going to be her court at the end because she finally got to be the queen after she won. So it was yeah, it was a little mhm.
Okay, so
Mhm.
let's play another game.
Okay.
Let's play another game.
Okay.
Um, knowing what you know about the story,
Mhm.
what would you title the book? What would you actually come up with as far as a title?
That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I'm really gonna have to sit here because it wouldn't have been Court of the Vampire. And as stupid as this fucking book was, I'm trying to think about what we should title it. Like, what do you title something that has a useless heroine and is just about her and her four men?
Oh my gosh.
Like, I don't even know. I don't know. Something, it would have to do, like, something about, like, maybe, like, I'm thinking about something about her and her men. Something that kind of lets you know this is really just going to be a story about maybe, like, finding my magic or, like, unlocking magic.
My blood reserves run low.
Something like that. Night, Kelly. You're welcome. Now you can.
Good night, Kel.
I hope that motivated you to write your book now.
See, Leaf, that is a very interesting concept. I think that would be hilarious and I would read it.
I actually think that would be an incredible short story, and I agree 100% that that would actually be pretty hilarious.
My gosh.
Yeah, I don't like Tara. What would you
Let's see.
title it? Knowing, because I literally told you like the whole book. That's pretty much it. I'm not even.
I'm thinking. I was thinking while you were talking about it. I'm like, what would be a good name for that book? And I think hmm.
Mm-hmm. I know you really gotta like.
Maybe like the magic inside you or the power
Ooh.
because that's like that's very that can be very sexual.
That is true. That is
and
true.
and that touches on all of the sex in the book. So but then also like she's got magic. So it's like, huh. And I mean it's not apparently not a big thing for her about this magic, but it was a big thing for them. And yeah, and also it I don't know. The magic inside her.
Yeah,
I think the magic inside her.
I think that fits out really. I think that goes really well. I like that a lot. The magic, yeah, because then I wouldn't have been misled. I would not.
Yeah.
I would not have felt misled as much by the book. Like I think the magic inside her is perfect. I think that would have been a perfect title. And I know why they called it Court of the Vampire Queen because Court of the Vampire Queen sounds real sexy. Except that's not. You didn't really give us any of that. So that's really false advertising on your part.
Oh man. Yeah. That's yeah. Because you're right. You know, I understand why certain books have certain names because it's super duper catchy.
Yeah.
But I think the magic inside her is also pretty catchy too. Because it's like, ooh, what's this about?
I know.
You know?
That book really just made me want to just write some fucking like just some smut. It really just made me want to just do that shit real quick.
Well, you know, I think it did its job then. You
Yeah.
know, inspiring you to
Sure.
get creative. So
Hey, good job then. Good job.
I'm still shocked that she was also part angel. I'm still like, where did that come from? Like, I wonder. I would really like to know because one thing I really do enjoy, I love hearing people talk about their creative processes. Like, I love hearing about how they got from, you know, like point A to point Z.
Right.
I love hearing about that. That's so fascinating to me just to hear about how people think about stuff.
Right.
So I would like to know I would like to know that about that book, and I would also like to know that about The Perfect Marriage too. I would like to
Mm-hmm.
like I need to know, do you remember like where you were when you had that eureka moment about this thing? And then how did it come about? Like, were you thinking about oranges and then you just went off on a tangent and then you ended up on she actually set him up? Like, how did you
Right.
get there?
How'd we get there? Right.
That's what I need to know.
Right. Yeah, and if that was always the
So,
plan, that's great. We gotta write this a little different. We gotta write this. We just gotta write this a little. I'm just with that book too. I was just like shocked that nobody like she didn't have no editor in her corner that was like, okay, okay, that was just like, nope, this good enough. This good enough. Mm,
man, let me submit some shit.
I know, right?
Let me do that. They're like, no. Like,
Mm-hmm.
well, I know it's good, so whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, I'm trying to think if I've ever had an experience with a book like that. And
Gosh, I hope not.
mm, I can say that not to that extent, I don't think. There is a book that somebody had recommended. I can't I think it's called the Gaia Codex or something like that.
Does that sound
Um
familiar?
and I don't this is like years and years and years ago, and actually I bought the book. It's not a long read at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um
I am
and
missing
I,
the
I don't
ingredients.
remember exactly what it's about because it's been so long,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of like women empowerment type of themes throughout,
Sure.
but very much, like earth workers, connecting with, with the all, like it's very much that kind of vein of book.
Okay.
And then at some point in the book,
Mm-hmm.
and it to me it has a decent pace, like as it's going it has a decent pace, but then in the book the character is, I think she starts seeing this guy or something, like actually physically seeing a man,
Okay.
that apparently she's attracted to or something, but it's like she thinks she hears his voice, but they don't really get a chance to talk. Like, just kind of like, am I imagining him? Is he really there? Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then it turns out that I think he was, it's like one of those, oh, we're destined to be together type of things.
Sure.
Something like that. And then
Okay.
I got annoyed because I'm like, did that really need to happen? Like, did he
Mm-hmm.
actually have to be there? I don't
Mm-hmm.
think so. I think you could have did what you needed to without him, but whatever.
Sure. Mm-hmm. I got you. I got you. Right. Right. Right.
um, and then like once it starts to take that particular turn, it was just, I don't know. Like I started to lose interest in the book, and I do remember I finished it because it's not that long of a book, but for me at least, I don't know about what other people would think about it, but for me, once it started to take that turn, it seemed like the book felt rushed towards the end. And I was really enjoying it
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, and then like towards the end, I was like, like it's an okay book. Um because there were some things where I don't remember what they were, but I do remember thinking like, well, like why is this going on? Like why is this happening so fast? And I just had some questions that weren't answered necessarily. And yeah, so I can say I have not been completely thrown off in the way that in the way that you have with some of these books.
Woo!
Oh man.
It's,
Man.
It's something. It's something. You know what though? It has. I can't say I haven't read a book that I've really wanted to do a book review on, because we're kind of on we're only talking about shit we love kick, and I've just kind of been ambivalent. But if you just wanted a fun LOL little read, what the fuck is this book? Is it literally just called How to Kill a Man? I think it's just called How to Kill a Man. It's fun. It's hilarious. It is an actual, yeah. Definitely some trigger warnings, because she does not kill good people, but she does just kill a bunch of really bad men, and it's fucking great. It's a fun little, it's a fun little book. But it's made even better by the fact that she's like an influencer. She's like an Instagram influencer.
Oh man.
Who, like, you're kind of like, you don't know if you like these people, but you do. It's kind of gives you like that feeling. It's kind of like they're like a little bit vapid, but like I think the best example that I can give you is they're definitely like these rich girls who grew up in that type of environment or whatever, and definitely like kind of have that privilege 100%, and like are spending their lives being like Instagram and whatever. But they also like kind of really love each other and take care of each other. Like at one point, like they got like the main character got in, and her friend got invited to this event, and she was given a different wristband than her friend, and she was like, yo, why, like, what's up with that? And basically they were being like segregated based on like how many followers you had. And she was like,
oh my God.
Yeah. And she was like, nah, that's bullshit. And she got her friend and they left. And she was like, she went downstairs, got her friend, and like, we are going somewhere else. Fuck these people.
I respect that.
I respected that too, right? So it was like, so yeah, they definitely have moments where you're like, goddamn, what world do you live in? But then they do like cute shit like that, and you're like, okay. You know, so it was like it's just a fun little read. It's literally just called How to Kill Men. And then I think she wrote a sequel too that's called like You'd Look Good in a Coffin, and I'm like, yes, queen.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, like I'm not kidding. So it is fucking hilarious. Like I felt bad for her too. Like at one point, like she's dating this guy and he's genuinely like a good guy, and she like likes him. But he like is supposedly out of town for the weekend, and then she like comes across this other guy who's not a good guy who needs to die, and so she's got like everything set up in her apartment like Dexter style, and he's like passed out on the fucking floor. And then her boyfriend like comes back early and knocks on her door, and and so like he thinks that she's cheating, and she's not. She just had a dead body. She's just got a guy that she's trying to kill in the apartment. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. That was just a funny ass. That was just a funny book. I was like, this was just like a guilty pleasure, like watching Survivor. It was just hilarious. But yeah, it ends with her being like, I'm trying so hard to like not go kill people anymore. But then there's one guy. It's like, I'm trying to just be chill, you know, and be there with my, there with my boyfriend, just chilling with my friends. Like, I'm good now. I don't really need to do this anymore. So yeah, it's a pretty funny read. Yeah, that poor girl. She got some trauma. She got some trauma. It's okay. She worked. Yeah, she worked it out. It was, you know what? And what I appreciated about that book is it never lost sight of like what it is. Like at one point, it's hilarious. Like the first time, like she kills somebody, it genuinely is kind of like on accident, like a little bit. Like she didn't, like it wasn't premeditated. He was just being a fucking creeper and actually like tried to do some shit to her and ended up like fucking like falling and like cutting his throat on something, so he's just bleeding out, and she's just like standing there watching him bleed out, like, well, if that isn't instant karma, I don't know what the fuck is. So, you know, and then I think like after that, like she does have a murder, but then she's got like the body in her trunk, and she's like tripping out because she has no idea where the fuck to do with the body. And then when she does figure it out, she just laughs and laughs and laughs. It's funny as shit.
My God.
It is. Actually, it's pretty hilarious. Oh yeah. So yeah, that doesn't ever lose, like, even dealing with like some really heavy themes at times. It does not shy away from what it is. It knows that it is just a ridiculous novel, and I appreciated that.
Oh man.
But yeah, now I really kind of want to go read You Look Good in a Coffin. I kind of want to know. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go grab that. I'm gonna have to pick that up. I'm curious. But yeah, I need to read more books.
Yeah, I gotta finish 1Q84.
New knowledge acquired.
What's it called?
Recognize my power.
1Q84.
Ooh, what's it about?
It's let me read the blurb to you.
Oh, I'm excited.
Alrighty. Hold on, I'll be right back.
No, you're fine. Fantastic. All right, streamer peoples, I'm going to shove some meatballs literally in my mouth. You guys are amazing. Love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. You the best. Come hang out with us more when we're live. Okay? Oh, wait, there's an ad break. I can't, like, leave y'all in the middle of an ad break. I got to wait a minute. Hang on. We gonna wait. That's like rude to just leave in the middle of an ad break. I do want to really eat these meatballs though. What kind of blood you got? 35. What kind of blood do I have? I got 47 rogue, warrior. What else is this question? I want to hunt additional and discover new spells and use the spellbook menu to equip a spell. Ooh. And you definitely need to give me that research bench. All right, hang on. I got to remember the buttons. Oh, wait, I can change variants. What is Soul of the Wolf? Hold up. How do I bring up that tab? There it is.
From flesh to shadow.
Oh, I love this skin. This skin pretty. Where the fuck's my house at? All right, let's go. Let's head back home.
All right.
Okay.
So I have the paperback.
Mhm.
And the paperback doesn't have the blurb on it.
Ah, boo.
I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna read something to you from Britannica.
Nice. Okay.
So the plot summary says the first volume of 1Q84 opens with Aomame, and Aomame is the name of one of the characters, and Aomame translates to green peas in Japanese. As she sits impatiently in the back seat of a taxi stuck in traffic. Besides her job as a fitness trainer, she is a skilled assassin of abusive men, and she worries that she will miss her appointment to kill a powerful executive. Her taxi driver offers her a curious choice: remain in the cab or take an emergency staircase to exit the elevated highway. He claims that the second choice might alter the world as she knows it. Indeed, after Aomame descends the stairs while contemplating a friend and lover from her youth, she notices shifts in her surroundings, most notably that two moons brighten the night sky instead of one. She also discovers references in the news to an event that is unfamiliar to her: a violent conflict between the police and an extremist group called Akabono, which splintered from a commune called Sakigage. Sakigake.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
And yes, they have a long summary. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but
Okay.
yeah, it is so it thematically it's similar to 1984 by George Orwell.
Mm-hmm.
And the author is Haruki Murakami.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I can say I absolutely love the way that he writes.
Okay.
It's so lovely. At least in this book. This is the only thing I've read by him, but I think he wrote hold on.
Oh,
Hold
no.
on. Let me see something.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Let me put some
All right, streamer peeps, I am leaving you guys. We love you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. You're the fucking best. As always, we're just here when we're here. We don't have a streaming schedule yet, but we are getting closer to having one. So soon. But hanging out with us in the Discord is the best way to know when I'm live. Please go and check out TalesTheForgottenFictionNetwork.com if you want really good stories. And if you want an actual sexy story that has plot and not a useless heroine, go to TalesTheForgottenNetwork.com and check out Tales After Dark, or just grab it wherever you listen to your podcasts. Okay? We love you. Good night. I'm going to eat my meatballs.